Welcome to K-Drama Insider, your #1 destination for everything about the world of Korean dramas, your favorite actors, and the stories that inspire millions of fans across the globe. Today, we are diving into a story that goes far beyond the screen. It is not just about one actor, but about two legends. Two icons who have shaped the Hallyu wave, capture hearts across continents, and left behind a legacy that continues to grow stronger each year. Yes, today's episode is all about Lee Minho and Song Hye-kyo, and their legacy beyond K-drama. When you think of Korean entertainment, two names are guaranteed to stand out. Lee Minho, the tall, charismatic actor with a smile that has melted hearts from Seoul to Sao Paulo, and Song Haiko, the graceful beauty whose elegance and talent have made her an eternal queen of the K-drama world. While they have never starred in a drama together, their paths as individuals have run parallel in many ways. Both started young, both faced struggles, both rose to fame through unforgettable roles, and both became more than just actors. They became cultural icons, ambassadors of Korean entertainment, fashion, and philanthropy. Let's begin with Lee Minho. Born in Seoul in 1987, Lee Minho did not have an easy start in the entertainment industry. His dream was initially to be a professional football player, but an injury in his youth ended that path. Instead, destiny had another plan for him: acting. He began his career with small roles in television, often overlooked, struggling to find his breakthrough. But everything changed in 2009 with Boys Over Flowers. Playing the role of Gu Junpyo, the arrogant yet lovable heir, Lee Minho became a household name overnight. His curly hair, fierce expressions, and tender love story with Jeom Jandi swept Asia by storm. Suddenly, Lee Minho was no longer just another actor. He was a phenomenon. But what makes Lee Minho's legacy extend beyond acting is how he embraced his role as a global ambassador. With every new drama, City Hunter, Heirs, Legend of the Blue Sea, and The King, Eternal Monarch, his fanbase grew far beyond Korea. In fact, he became one of the very first Korean actors to establish a strong presence in international markets like Latin America, the Middle East, and even Africa. His influence was no longer limited to the TV screen. He became a fashion icon, a brand ambassador for global companies like Louis Vuitton, Bulgari, and Samsung, and a philanthropist through his Promise platform, which supports causes such as education and children's welfare. Now, let's talk about Song Haiko, another legend, but in her own right. Born in 1981, Song Haiko's path to stardom also had unexpected beginnings. She was discovered after winning a school uniform modeling contest at the age of 14. From there, she slowly climbed her way into acting, with her first big break coming in 2000 with the drama Autumn in My Heart. That show didn't just make her famous, it helped launch the very first Hallyu wave, introducing Korean dramas to audiences in China, Japan, and across Asia. Song Haiko became a symbol of Korean beauty and talent, someone who represented the rise of Korean culture in the early 2000s. Over the years, Song Haiko cemented her place as one of the greatest actresses of her generation. From Full House, where she charmed audiences with her lighthearted comedy, to That Winter, The Wind Blows, where she delivered a heartbreaking performance, to the global mega-hit Descendants of the Sun, where her chemistry with Song Joong-ki made headlines worldwide, Song Haiko became more than just a star. She became a bridge, a woman who carried Korean culture and drama to the international stage. Like Lee Minho, Song Haiko's influence has extended far beyond the screen. She became a muse for luxury brands such as Fendi, Chomet, and Sulwhasoo. She has graced the covers of Vogue, Elle, and Harper's Bazaar, not just in Korea but worldwide. And beyond fashion, she has also quietly contributed to philanthropy, supporting educational and cultural preservation projects, especially in Korea and China. Now, let's take a step back and look at their shared legacy. Even though Lee Minho and Song Haiko have never worked side by side, their careers reflect two sides of the same coin. Lee Minho represents the new era of K-drama, the modern wave that brought Korean entertainment to Netflix and streaming platforms, making it more accessible than ever before. Song Haiko represents the foundation, the early era of Hallyu, when Korean dramas were first exported and began to build their reputation across Asia. Together, their legacies symbolize the journey of K-dramas, from niche Asian dramas to global mainstream entertainment. What's also fascinating is how both stars have carried themselves over the years. Fame, as we know, is never easy. Both Lee Minho and Song Haiko have faced intense media scrutiny, dating rumors, controversies, and the pressure of living under the public eye. Lee Minho has often been linked to his co-stars, while Song Haiko has had very public relationships and a very public divorce. Yet through it all, they have maintained their dignity, their professionalism, and their commitment to their craft. This resilience is also a key part of their legacy. Another important aspect of their influence is how they have become symbols of aspiration. For young actors in Korea, Lee Minho represents the dream of breaking into the international market, while Song Haiko represents the power of longevity, showing that an actress can remain at the top of her game for over 2 decades. For fans, they represent something even deeper, the ability of art to connect people across cultures. Whether you're in South America, Europe, Africa, or the Middle East, you'll find fans who know their names, follow their dramas, and admire their lives. So, what does the future hold for Lee Minho and Song Hye-kyo? Lee Minho is still in his 30s, with many years ahead of him in acting. With his international popularity, it is likely that we will see him not only in Korean dramas but perhaps in Hollywood or international projects. Song Haiko, on the other hand, continues to evolve her career, taking on more mature roles that challenge her as an actress and allow her to show different sides of her talent. Both are proving that their legacy will continue to grow and inspire. In conclusion, the story of Lee Minho and Song Haiko is not just about 2 actors. It is about the power of Korean entertainment, the rise of the Hallyu wave, and the ability of storytelling to unite cultures across the world. Their legacy goes far beyond the dramas they starred in. It is in the fans they inspired, the brands they represented, the causes they supported, and the doors they opened for the next generation of stars. And so, whether you are a fan of Lee Minho's charming smile or Song Haiko's timeless beauty, one thing is certain: their names will forever be written in the history of Korean entertainment as legends who went beyond the screen to become symbols of an era. Thank you for watching today's episode of K-Drama Insider. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories about your favorite K-drama stars. And let us know in the comments, if Lee Minho and Song Haiko ever starred in a drama together, what kind of story would you like to see? Until next time, keep celebrating K-dramas, keep supporting your favorite stars, and keep the Hallyu wave alive.